but we still got to get it done, right? Still got to get it done. So,
look, I see, man. I see your arms are kind of swole there. So I wore my muscle shirt as well.
I'm trying to keep up with this man. And you know something? Well, I guess we could talk about this in another video, but what I wanted to talk to you about today was two conversations that happened yesterday. So I met with my financial, he's not my financial advisor, but he's a very well-respected financial advisor in the Tampa Bay area. He's in the Rotary Club with me. So we met and had coffee after Rotary. Met with one of my business tax accountants yesterday. And the question that I posed to them was, after looking at my taxes, and I won't get into my personal numbers, but I do well financially, and I did well tax-wise as well. And I was like, wow, what perks of having my own business? And so I had said to both of them, why don't all Americans take advantage of this business opportunity? I'm not just talking about Beachbody here. I'm just talking about business in general.
Home-based.
Home-based business.
Right.
My business tax accountant said, well, Greg, not everybody can have physical therapy practices like you. I said, no, let's talk about the home-based part. He goes, said the same thing to the financial advisor, a friend of mine, and he did that too. And they both said exactly the same thing. They said, well, because they don't know.
Right.
And that bothers me. Like, that really bothers me because, you know, we love Beachbody because we love it, because we're passionate about it, and we know that their solution is the right solution, right? Okay. It is I'm not saying it's the quickest fix. It's no pill or nothing like that, but it is a lifestyle change which gravitates us together, which changes everything in your life, right? It doesn't just end with losing weight and whatnot. It takes you to another level, and that's why I'm such a huge believer of it. But let's talk about business here. Like, this is a really big deal. We don't talk about this enough as coaches. What do you think?
I agree, definitely. I
Okay.
mean, well, it's funny when you're coming, I come from a traditional background business as well. And, I mean, from a traditional business set, I mean, I've owned S Corps, maybe, and then 2 LLCs, but I've never received any money back.
Right.
Because the government, actually, IRS doesn't, this is what I heard from, the accountant. He said that IRS wants it to be 0-0.
Right.
They don't want to pay you,
Right.
and they don't want you to pay them.
Right. Gotcha.
And that's typically how it's supposed to be.
Right.
But hey, if you have enough write-offs to where you can receive money back, great.
Right.
Awesome.
Right.
So I think us as coaches, coaches meaning we're home-based business operators or home-based business people. When we talk about our opportunity, whether it be Beachbody, whether it be another company, whatever it is that you're doing, in a network marketing platform, home-based business, we don't really mention to people that once they become and this is probably why a lot of times people have a hard time actually getting signed up, is because when you say, hey, why don't you be a coach? Like, that's kind of the first thing you throw out there. I see that a lot in the 5 years I've been doing this. Hey, why don't you just become a coach? Why don't you join our business? I instead say, hey, do you realize that the tax benefits of actually having a home-based business combined with the W-2 are astronomical?
Astronomical. I mean, it's giving you, the thing about a home-based business is that the things that you're already spending money on these things. This is not like, oh, I'm gonna go and get things that I'm not already spending money on.
Right.
When you have a home-based business, you are writing off things that you are already using on a regular basis. That's a beauty. That's the power of a home-based business.
Right.
Physical therapy business is completely different. If you have the business, well, I didn't need to have a location. I didn't need to have that equipment. I didn't need to have ultrasound gel and treatment tables and all the other stuff that come along with it. But a home-based business, you need to have those things at your house anyways.
Right.
You're using it regardless. I'm using my computer, I'm using my laptop, I'm doing programs. you know, one of the things I was asking him yesterday was, all right, so like, what if I'm doing like this program where I'm doing Body Beast right now? I can't write it off for me getting buff and getting in shape, right? But if I do a YouTube video, like right now, I'm gonna do a YouTube video and say, hey, look guys, I've been doing Body Beast. You see these little muscles that I'm developing here. I've been doing this for the last 2 weeks and it's really working out well. And you know, here's what the program's all about. Well, that just made this a write-off.
Yeah, definitely.
And I might consume it here and there as I review it to people on YouTube, but that makes it a write-off. And I just feel like people aren't educated with that. So, gosh, as coaches, if you're listening, coaches, you need to start to understand that this is not a hobby. This is a business. And with a business comes the perks of having a business, which are the tax benefits that you have and that every American has.
Yeah.
Every single American has this ability to use this.
I mean, just remember that, you know, having a traditional business, you know, I'll never knock a traditional business because, you know, there are people that are really successful with traditional businesses, and you know, we've been there, right? Here's what I will say is that traditional businesses are marquee, and you have overhead. Really, ultimately, what it boils down to is that it's just a piece of paper.
Right.
You know, it's an articles of incorporation, and it's a piece of paper. So the 1099 is the same thing. You're a contractor of a company,
right?
But it's your own business. So the facts are that you have to tell people when they join. Now, again, you don't want to really quote numbers per se, but find out what their tax benefits are, because obviously, if, for example, they're getting an $8,000 write-off for being a W-2 annually, and then that will increase if they combine the 1099 with the W-2 to $40,000.
Right.
People need to know that. Right. And then not only that, if they're driving down the road and they're talking about their business, whatever it may be, that's 40 cents per mile.
Right. Actually, I think it's even gone up now.
Whatever it is. I mean, it's they're throwing that out the window every mile.
Every single mile.
So take advantage of those opportunities. Take advantage to tell the people that when you're talking, the people that you're talking to about joining your vision, that here's why you do it.
Right. Exactly. I'll leave. Let's stop this video with this. There are 2 tax systems in this country.
Right.
There's one that allows people to gain wealth, and there's one that keeps people poor.
That's it. And that's exactly what it's designed
for.